Hello everyone and welcome back to Two Bros Game Night. I am your host, Older Bro.
I'm your other host, Sugar Bro.
And today, we continue in Lily of the Valley, where
Yeah.
Lily is surprised in the valley.
She really is a pretty girl. Walk away.
No. It's like, she should walk away.
Of course she is. It's because she looks like Imogen. Imogen Parker, my first love. I need a first love. The resemblance is uncanny, maybe too uncanny.
That goes both ways, mister.
It does?
Yeah, it does.
She looks at me, her gaze is piercing. It's an expression you could cut yourself on. I broke a dish once. I thought I swept up all the pieces. I was wrong. A few weeks later, I lacerated my foot on a piece of china hidden out of sight. It hurt like hell and bled quite a bit. I still turned up for work the next day, though. That's the kind of person I am.
So a stubborn bitch.
Yeah, that's how you should be in this world.
So you are a lot like Imogen Parker. Or not Imogen, Granite Enid. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because you're sad that you're always looking inwards. That's why you're unable to see the obvious, even if it's an inch away from your face. I don't want you to be sad. You've thrown away enough of your life already. So if possible, I'd like you to smile.
She says. She says it simply as though it's something easy, but it isn't, not for me. It won't change anything, I tell her.
Maybe not.
She agrees. Then what's the point?
That's up to you to decide.
She's right, of course she is. Lily has been right about almost everything so far. Why should we break with tradition now? This really is up to me. It's my decision. Nobody can make me happy but me. Nobody has the power to make me smile other than myself. Though Lily wants me to.
Maybe one of the reasons that this guy hasn't gotten a new job is because when you see somebody who's so fucking downtrodden walk into your office, they're not the person you want to work for your company.
Yeah. So she's imploring me to. She still can't make me.
Oh, there's an actual fucking decision in this game.
Smile.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, try to at least. $12, Lily. I feel like we should save on a different file now.
Relax, I saved before that decision. It's fine.
That's fair.
As I walk home, the sun starts to set. Walking through the gently unadulted valleys, flowers hiding shyly amongst the frauds of grass is more relaxing than I thought it would be. There isn't much to see in Wales, rain and sheep and hills studded with flowers. What little Wales does have, however, it excels in. The rain in Wales is almost always
torrential.
It's
a downpour!
Sheep are white and fluffy like walking cotton buds, and the hills stretch out before your eyes in a vast carpet of green. I think I like Wales more than I like London. Then again, that isn't saying very much. I like most places more than London.
Wow, it's a fucking miracle.
The lack of pigeons is a definite plus. London pigeons are a distinctly depressing breed of bird, all missing legs, open sores and crusted over eyes.
Yeah, well, when you tend to have a lot of air traffic out of London, you're gonna have a lot of birds that are harmed by air traffic.
I used to eat lunch outside during Sunday days at a small park a stone's throw away from my office. After the pigeons started flocking around me, however, desperate for a bite of my cheap Greg's sandwich.
Greg's.
What?
Greg's. It's
probably sandwich.
a restaurant chain or a supermarket chain.
Watching them jostle for a crumb of tuna crunch was inexplicably soul destroying.
That was almost correct.
When I get home, the sky is bright orange, just like a Halloween pumpkin. The orange light filters through the windows, illuminating the kitchen and plumpy,
Pulpy.
pulpy candy corn colors. Pretty. Everything the light touches, wow, seems to
Wow.
glimmer.
This guy has been put under a magic fucking spell.
The fridge, the cabinets, the table. Hazel's hair tied up in her typical ponytail. She's foregone, sorry, the apron this time and is standing by the microwave, tapping her fingers against the inside of her arm. When she sees me, she turns and smiles brightly. Her ponytail bounces. Welcome home! Hey, I reply with a touch less enthusiasm as I shrug off my coat. I wonder what would it be like to
Imagine a comma after wonder. So
Yeah.
I wonder. What would it be like?
What would it be like to return home from week every day? This is why you put the comma.
Yeah.
To be greeted by somebody who generally loves
This
me.
is when it turns out that all the stuff we've heard up till now has been a complete and utter bullshit lie.
Yes.
This is actually his wife. The old guy is like his father, and like this entire story has just been a fucking lie.
I'd be still working the shitty job, and I'd still be stuck in London. The appeal of the big city wore off a long time ago, but at least it would be so lonely. Wouldn't be so lonely. You wouldn't think I'd be lonely living in the most populous city of the United Kingdom.
Hey, it's a fucking miracle. They finally said the UK instead of saying Wales.
Around a third of England's population is gathered in London, crowded together on the tube, jostling elbows at Charing Cross,
Yeah.
hemmed in on skinny streets. But having strangers cough on you during your commute hardly counts as social
interaction.
There's no fondness there, no friendliness, just an awkward attempt to avert the eyes, hoping nobody looks at you long enough to judge you. Not that most people bother, they're too wrapped up in their own problems. But the thought always lingers at the back of my mind, like the last uneaten onion from a 3-pack in the bottom of the vegetable.
What? This man a fucking ogre? I'll just eat the onion all.
What if? Hey! Hazel peers at me curiously, her arms behind her back. Are you okay? I've been better. Did something happen? I recall my prior conversation with Lily. Her eyes bore into mine, unflinching and unforgiving like two hard stones. Did something happen? I'm not sure. Oh, she asked that.
Yeah.
She told me to smile. Maybe I should try to make an effort. It's not to worry your pretty head about, I say, ruffling Hazel's hair. The gesture is much more
I don't even know what avuncular means.
Yeah, sorry, avuncular.
I don't think that was her. I don't think that was actually her.
I really am getting old. Hazel doesn't look amused. She swats my hands away and takes a step back, adjusting her hair with her hands. Is my company that repellent? I asked lightly. I like you company, dingus.
That's where this word comes from.
Dingus, what's one of those when it's at home? But I don't appreciate you treating me like I'm still a kid. I'm nearly 19. Still a teenager. For like another year or so, you should face the facts. Hazel puffs out her chest. Your little sister's growing up.
Well,
nah, no matter what you say, you'll always be a cute little
babby
to me. Lickle. What's lickle?
That one's wrong.
Yeah. I have a boyfriend! I think you're You're much too young to have a boyfriend, Missy. You should focus on your studies.
You are very old, man.
Like you cared about your studies when you were at uni. I don't.
Yeah. And I fucked up my life.
I don't want you to make the same mistakes I did. Whatever. She's says Hazel, rolling her eyes. I don't think she's annoyed. Not really. There's a small smile playing about her lips. I like making Hazel smile. It lets me think, it's, if only for a brief moment, that I'm not entirely useless. If I can cheer my little sister up, there might be some use for me in the whole world after all. So what have you been doing? Hazel asks. I don't see you all day. Just walking, I say, walking and thinking. Sounds boring. It wasn't that boring. It was a nice change of pace. From London? The air's a lot cleaner and there are fewer pigeons. You fixate on the weirdest things, says Hazel, shaking her head. I mean, it's London. Think of all the stuff you can do there. It must be way better than boring old Bangor.
Bangor is the name of the town.
You're the one who decided to go to uni in Wales, not me. Damn. I didn't decide to go to Bangor. It's the only place that accepted me. You might as well make the most of it. You only live once. Seize the day. Something about Carpe Diem.
That's Carpe Diem is seize the day.
Oh. I'd rather not hear that from you. You live in London, but you complain about the pigeons of all things. I laugh. Hazel pouts. I think she's trying to look annoyed, but after a while she caves in. She starts to laugh too. The microwave dings over the sound of shared merriment, and Hazel jumps. That's right, I almost forgot! She mumbles under her breath. She makes her way to the microwave, releasing the door with a dull thud. This microwave is an old model. We bought it before I moved out, so it must be over a decade.
How is it still working?
The door gets jammed sometimes, and you have to punch the buttons with Hulk-like strength to get it to register anything, but it does the job. Oh, that's the all burnt! More or less. What are you making? I ask curiously, taking a step towards my suffering young sister. Popcorn! Hazel replies, but I think I left it in too long. Look! Look! No! Hey! I'm your sister, you listen! Watch out! It's burnt! Here comes a burnt bowl! She takes the ceramic bowl from the ceramic bowl from the depths of the microwave, using only mitts.
Oven mitts.
Using oven mitts, I might add, and shakes it beneath my nose. The acrid smell of burning hangs in the air. Some of the kernels burned at the very bottom of the bowl are fine, but most of the popcorn at the top is unsalvageable.
So you take the top bit, throw it away, and then eat the rest.
And then you eat the rest.
Yeah.
They're charred black, like soot, and look distinctly unappetizing, like something mined from the surface of the moon.
What the fuck on the surface of the moon is black?
You
know, this white fucking object.
I think they're referencing the dark side of the moon, but
it's not a different color.
Yeah. Anyway, I pull a face. That's gross. I know, and it was the last bag too. I think we're running a little low on supplies. Oh yeah, Dad hasn't been shopping in a while. I don't think he feels up to it. Not after. Hazel's voice shows off. She doesn't want to say not after Mom died. Ever since our muted game of Risk. The topic has become something of a taboo. There's no point dwelling on things that will make us even sadder. Living in Wales, scenic though it is sad enough in in and of itself. Hazel sets the bowl on the table and removes the gloves. Then she picks at the popcorn. She winces when the pads of her fingers make contact with the kernels and gnaws them away.
They're hot.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Hot, hot, hot. Her fingertips are stained sooty black. Is it hot, I ask? Extremely! You're not going to eat them, are you? Well, I didn't make it to look at it.
I mean, that is a valid statement. Just like I did, and I made it to be eaten, but
that's good. That's really good, says Hazel, but she sounds unsure. I don't blame her. Is it?
No.
Oh, here's a few words of worldly advice, I say loftily. I wouldn't eat those if I were you. Yeah. No? No, they look like they should be in a containment facility, not in your stomach. This is probably the best writing I've seen so far.
Yeah. Why is all your good lines in the end of the
end.
game?
I don't want there to be another death in the family. Not quite so soon after that.
I don't want there to be another death in the family. Oh no. Like, if you eat this, you will die. No, you will die.
Oh God, that's... He must have got his writing team, man.
He hired a writing team for the last bit of the game.
I guess you're right, says Hazel. And the
you know what? Reticent, but I don't think I even know that word.
Way of one who really doesn't want to admit they're wrong. But this sucks. Life sucks. And Hazel hasn't even started working yet. Pouting, Hazel deposits the contents of the bowl into the dustbin.
It's like, come on now.
They could have. I thought it said disposed for a second.
Good
anyway,
enough.
I really.
It's you. Or her.
I really wanted popcorn. We can't always have what we want. I know, but it's like a staple food if you're gonna have a movie night. You are? Yeah, I found some of my old DVDs in my room. I got kind of nostalgic. Besides, there isn't that much to do around here. The boys round here. What about your friends from school? Can't you hang out with them? Unlike me, Hazel is pretty popular at school. She was forever getting Mom to ferry her across
this city. It's
Carfilly to see all her mates. I guess, she says, frowning. But they're all at uni. Of course, I say. I should have known. Hazel. Yeah, they should watch Goodfellas tonight if they're having a movie. Hazel had to take time off so she could come back home for the funeral. She should really be at Bangor. When are you leaving, I asked. The start of next week, she says. I wanted to stay a little longer, but I don't know how well Dad's holding up. But I guess this will sound some kind of cruel, but it's so boring here. I need something to take my mind off of everything or I'll go crazy. Nah, that's not cruel, it's true. You seem to be doing alright.
I've never been doing alright.
I really do. Maybe I needed a break. I've been breathing in the smoggy London air for much too long. It's warped me. No wonder Jekyll and Hyde was set in London. There's no better backup for a gothic horror about split personalities. Even the kindest, most mild-mannered of people can be driven round the bend after braving the London Underground for years to end.
Yeah.
Hey! Hazel suddenly pipes up. Do you want to watch a movie? Do you want to build a snowman?
It's summer.
I don't have any popcorn, but I can make you a bowl of
Shreddies.
Shreddies. I've never heard of that.
Maybe shredded wheat. I don't know. It's something.
I'm not sure. Country Crisp.
Yep, they are real.
we
Wait,
have
hold on,
Frosties
hold on.
too.
You're using these like generic versions of these movies, but you used the Incredible fucking Hulk earlier.
I don't know. After spending time with Lily, my head feels far too stuffed with thought. I think I need some alone time, a chance to relax and unwind. But the Frosties are a tempting offer, and it has been a while since I spent some quality time with Hazel. I don't think the funeral really counts. What
Nope.
movie is it, I ask. Hazel smiles brightly. She got me. She's got me, and she knows that she really is a wily one. Toy Story!
Oh, God. It's a good movie, but like,
Buzz
oh,
Lightyear
God.
to Star Command. Star Command! Why don't they fucking answer? I'm sick of this shit! I'm Buzz fucking Lightyear, and I want to be answered to! I'm sorry, Buzz. Some interference.
The comms weren't working for a minute.
We're deeply sorry. Thank fucking God! About damn time! I'm trying to tell you my log!
You know that the captain's log is recorded to his personal device and isn't sent to Star Command directly, right? Those are
I want to tell you some of my log!
They're recorded to the ship's computer, and then those are sent to Star Command later.
But she said she wasn't a
Who
child.
the fuck says you're childish for watching Toy Story?
I suppose there are worse ways to spend my evening than watching Toy Story with my little sister balancing a bowl of Frosties on my knees. What else would I do with myself? Lie in bed and lie in my room and think too much,
No,
probably.
I'm pretty sure if he was doing that, he'd actually be a bit happier of a person.
I think. Yeah, I think far, far too much.
That is not an improper sentence.
It would be nice to turn my brain off for a while. If only for a while it could be stretched out into infinity.
I mean, just
And
hang
beyond!
Hang out with Lily. I'm pretty sure you'll die eventually.
Oh, rain makes corn, corn makes whiskey. Halfway during the movie, it started to rain. I could hear the droplets pelting against the window and rattling the panes. Then a thunder strike happens,
I mean,
and I could see the silhouette of Lily staring in from the window.
hush, hush.
It's windy too. I wonder how the violets in our garden are faring. They are always our mother's favorites. Also, wouldn't violets be capitalized since it's the name of the flower?
No, you don't capitalize the name of flowers necessarily.
That's
It's not
name.
a proper noun.
No.
It's just a noun.
But she isn't around to appreciate them anymore. I lie in bed staring up at the ceiling. Gonna stare at the campfire and sing my campfire song. No matter how I toss and turn, I can't get comfy. The wind and rain continue to whip up merry hell outside. It's the kind of weather that makes me glad I'm in my home, lying beneath the covers and not out there. I suppose I'd feel even gladder if I weren't alone. If I was a child again, cradled in my mother's arms while she read me bedtime stories. Both those days are long gone. I'm not a kid anymore. Hazel, despite her fondness for sugary cereal and child's movies from the 90s, isn't a kid either.
You know, I'm finally glad to see something say that eating Frosted Flakes doesn't make you a kid.
She's getting older. We're all getting older. Like Grand Aunt Enid. Hopefully not too much like her. I don't want to end up like her.
That worked out.
Won't end up like her.
That also worked
Will
out.
I? The thought is almost too miserable to compilate. Even more miserable than the pigeons that congregate in London parks. What do they do when it rains?
Find
Not that it
find
really matters.
a dry overhang.
Yeah, not very many animals flying rain.
No.
Does anything? Yeah, I think geese and ducks still flying, right?
Oh, mister. Is she just gonna be in his house? Oh, God.
Fuck what?
Great.
Lily? I sit up in bed, eyes
Okay,
wide
I
and
guess I
stare.
lost.
With my mouth open, gaping stupidly, I must look like a fish. One of those sad, pitiable-looking fish you see in plastic bags given away as prizes at fairs to screaming, sticky children. She sits on the windowsill as if most natural, like if it's the most natural thing in the world, as if she hasn't broken into my home.
I mean, she can't break into your home.
It's late, far too late for an impromptu call like
She can't
this.
break into your home if she isn't alive.
How impolite. She could at least have called ahead, but that isn't the real problem here, is it? How did you find out where I live? She shrugs carelessly, such a typically teenagery thing to do, but she said she wasn't a child.
Don't ask silly questions. I've always known.
Does that make you a stalker?
Maybe I have been following you this whole time.
This whole time? There should be exclamation points.
Ever since the funeral.
This guy, I don't think has ever used an exclamation point.
Nope.
At all. My voice catches in my throat. She was following me. I never realized it's true. I've been feeling tense lately, but the sad truth is I feel like this more often than not. It would be stranger if I relaxed. When I think about it like that, my life sounds kind of sad, doesn't it?
It is sad.
By the way, sorry, but why is a young girl like you pursuing an old man like me, I ask?
Well, there isn't much to do in Wales, you know.
Lily replies with a small smile.
While you aren't wrong,
This
that's
feels
not
weird.
answering the question.
I have to give her that one. I guess it is quite a boring place, I concede.
It rains so much.
I know.
At least the rain makes the flowers happy. The hills around here are so pretty.
If you water flowers too much, they'll die.
What a pessimistic way of seeing things.
I know, it's my way, I'm sorry. Why are we having a casual conversation like this? There's something wrong with this scenario. What's going on? The fact she's in your room!
Yes.
You're a pretty girl. Why are you so interested in me, I ask. Lily's eyes widen.
You think I'm pretty?
Isn't that obvious?
People don't often call me that.
She says. No?
I get called a lot of things, but not pretty.
What do people usually call you? She pauses, thinking.
Stay away from me, you monster. I get that a lot. Yeah, we're okay. My apologies. We are definitely going with Grim Reaper.
A monster.
Yeah, it's all a matter of perception, though.
Lily frowns. She looks melancholy, sitting there perched on the windowsill, her hair tumbling about her shoulders. She almost looks like a fairy or else. A ghost.
Either works.
Her skin is pale, her eyes light blue, and an apparition framed by the dark blue sky and the twinkling stars. Lily, I say.
Yeah, what is it, mister?
She replies, What exactly are you?
Oh, good. You finally asked a real question.
I've sensed it for a long time, ever since I first met her.
Yeah.
This girl doesn't talk like any girl I've ever met. She doesn't look like one either. Her existence seems too frail and fragile, as though it might get blown away at any moment. Her slender body scattered to the breeze, just like mother's ashes. She said my mother was her teacher. That was a lie. Why then did she go to her funeral? Why does this girl know so much about death? Because she's the guardian angel. There is a small pause. Lily, still sitting on the windowsill, looks at me. I look back at her. A pretty girl, she really is, but is she really a girl?
So you figured it out.
Lily asks. You were dropping quite a few hints.
That's right. I mean, I don't think it's fair when people lose their lives without any warning. Without even knowing that it's happening.
Just like Mother?
Like your mother. That made me sad. She was such a nice lady. I wish I could have intervened.
Lily sighs.
We all do it differently, but I think it's more polite to give people a few days' notice. Give them some time to sort out their affairs, you know?
I know, I say.
Fortunately, it's not always possible.
No?
No, there are too many rules. But at least I was able to talk to you. After all, I did promise.
So this is it. Lily came here to kill me. This is crazy.
That's what most people say.
I can't believe you're the Grim Reaper. You don't look anything like what I imagined. Lily looks down at herself, blinking, her white dress lined with pale blue frills, her slender legs and her bony knees. She frowns.
No, you don't think so?
I don't. I mean, look, you're not even wearing a black robe.
But those are so uninspired. Ugly, too.
She says with a pout. Jesus Christ. You could at least look the part.
I'll dress how I want, thank you very much.
And my head is pounding. The conversation is so surreal. It feels almost like a dream. You're going to kill me?
Of course I'm gonna kill you.
You're really the Grim Reaper.
You can call me that if you want. We have lots of different names. I don't much care for semantics.
I repeat, raising an eyebrow.
Naturally. There are a lot of people in this world. I wouldn't be able to handle them all by myself.
Yeah,
I know I
fair.
skipped your middle bit, but...
Snort. Some Grim Reaper you are.
Hey, it's not an easy job. It gets pretty demoralizing killing people all the time. I've been called a lot of unpleasant names.
Was this guy inspired by DDLC to make his character the Grim Reaper?
I don't know.
So even demons or whatever it is Lily identifies as have problems. I never would have
I think she identifies as a girl.
I guess your job is kind of like mine then,
What do you mean?
she asked. I work at a primitive health...
A private.
Sorry.
I mean, it's probably also primitive. Let's be honest. It's also probably primitive.
Health insurance company, didn't I tell you?
No, you didn't, but that doesn't really matter anymore. You won't be going back.
So, it's final then?
Yeah, sorry, mister.
She says, and she really does sound sorry. My hands are tied on...
No, me. My hands are tied on this one, but don't take it personally. It's my job.
Now why does that sound so familiar?
Now...
I'm sorry, Miss Brevin, but I can't ensure your daughter's health. The company policy doesn't allow.
What do you mean, company policy? The value of my daughter's life can't be dictated by some company. She's my daughter, and she...
Regardless, this is a policy. I'm sorry to hear about your daughter, but...
Heartless! You're heartless, all of you! What gives you the right to decide how much my daughter's life is worth? Don't tell me her life is worthless! I mean, here's the thing. I completely agree with this woman. That, like... But at the same time, you're actively asking a company to value your daughter's life.
Yeah. Also,
so, like, what the hell do you want, woman?
Also, I can't believe this is still going.
Yeah, I think we might actually have to come back next time.
Unfortunately.
Because I don't think this is going to end as fast as we thought it would. So, okay, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. We will come back next time and continue on in the main character dying.
Yeah.
Until... even his death takes too long! Until then, the future is very uncertain. What is certain is you guys are awesome, and there'll be more Two Bros Game Night tomorrow. See you then!
Goodbye.